Recently I was editing a video for my other channel and I realized there are 5 things that I do in Davinci Resolve in almost all my videos that save me a ton of time. And the last one is probably the biggest, so stick around. So welcome back to Creator Reality, my friend. I'm John, and in this video I'm going to show you those tips and a couple of bonus ones. So let's dive into Davinci Resolve and I'll show you what I'm talking about. The first one is breaking or cutting a clip. And to do this, we can put our playhead anywhere we want. So we just click in this timey area up here, the timeline, right? If you click down here, it doesn't move, but if you click in this little strip here, it does move. And wherever that playhead is, if you hold Control and press the B key, it'll do a break. Move your playhead, Control B. Makes it really easy to delete footage. So I can backspace that out to remove it and leave the blank, Control Z to undo, or I can select that section and press delete to do a ripple delete. This is opposed to clicking on the blade icon, finding where I want to make my cut, finding where I want the second cut, coming back, clicking on the mouse icon, clicking on the clip, and then right-clicking and choosing delete selected or ripple delete, or using the backspace or delete keys. It's a big time saver right there. Now, if you're not sure what keyboard shortcuts are set, or there's something that would work better for you, let me show you how to do that real quick. It's a bonus tip so early in the video. Click on Davinci Resolve, Keyboard Customization, and you can just hold Control and press B on your keyboard. It'll select them in this area, and it'll show you right here, Application, Previous Razor. You let go, it goes away. Or you can click on them, and then it'll stay. Click on them again to unselect, or I can come over here and search, and I want to do a delete. Well, we've got a lot of deletes. Delete selected, ripple delete. If I want to cut, I can type in cut, and we've got regular cut. Remember, it was called razor, so I can type in razor, timeline razor. And then to change it, all we have to do is click on it, and we can hold Control Shift B, and it'll change it. You can click save to save the change. I'm not going to. I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to. I want to discard my changes. I don't want to change that when I use it all the time. Something else I use all the time is Alt plus Select. In our timeline, notice if I lasso select these 2 clips, it's selecting the video and audio. But if I hold Alt and lasso select, it's only selecting the video. Same thing with the audio. Again, if I don't hold Alt, it'll select both of them even though I'm only hovering over the video area. Same thing with the audio. Pretty easy then to make L and J cuts. So if I Alt select my video and I drag it left, this makes an L cut where the next video starts playing under the first video's audio, as opposed to if I Alt select and drag it over, now we have a J cut where our first clip's video plays over the second clip's audio. Control Z to undo all that. The next one is pretty big. It's Alt plus Y. If I hold Alt and press Y, notice it's selecting everything after the playhead. This music track down here is selected because it spans before and after the playhead. So it makes it really easy to move entire chunks of video and audio around. Control Z to undo that. But if I have just a bunch of stuff selected and I hold Control Shift and I drag, watch what happens. It's going to move all my clips, and I have snapping turned on, but it doesn't overwrite the clips. Control Z to undo. If I just don't hold anything, I've got my hand right here, and I drag, notice it's leaving all that blank space and it's overwriting the preceding clips. Control Z to undo. Control Shift again, and it's going to move everything around pretty easily. Isn't that slick? Boop the like button. We're learning stuff in Davinci Resolve today. Now, something else I do a lot is I jog through my footage or scrub through my footage, and there's 2 really easy ways to do that in Davinci Resolve. The first one is right here with this jog wheel control where you'll see my playhead is moving, but I'm in fine control over which frame is selected. So it's a lot faster than trying to click and drag the playhead, and it's more precise. Now, if you need to scrub through a lot of footage, there are 3 keys on your keyboard that will come in handy for this. They are J, K, and L. By pressing J, it's going to play in reverse. Press it again, it's going to reverse faster, and it keeps going. Press the K button to pause. Reminder, the space bar pauses and plays as well, but the K key only does pause. So if I press the space bar, it's now playing forward. Space bar, it pauses. Spacebar, it's playing. K, it pauses. Now, the L key, which I mentioned earlier, that plays forward, but if you keep pressing it, it'll go faster and faster through your footage. So using these 3 keys or the jog wheel icon allows you to scrub through footage way faster and easier. And now we're down to the last one, which might be the biggest tip I have for you today. And I've heard a number of people that don't use this, and I don't understand why. If you have assets, video clips, pictures, sound effects, basically anything that isn't a fusion composition or a compound clip, you can use power bins to save those and use them across all of your projects. They're always there. So let me show you how to use them. They've been visible the whole time. Power bins right here in the media pool. If you don't see the media pool, click on media pool until you do. If you don't see power bins, click on these 3 dots right here and show power bins. See, they're gone. And then show power bins and they're back. Now we have our master bin. It's always there, and I've filled it with a lot of other bins. If you need another bin, you can right click on master and choose new bin, or we can click in blank space and choose new bin, and we'll call it demo. And once we're in demo, we can double click on it to go into it. We can create another new bin. We'll call it demo 2 because I'm being creative today. Click on that, or double click on that rather, and then we can drag a clip into it. Power bin not updated. It's a multicam clip. See, this message you'll get. Davinci Resolve won't let you screw up. But this clip isn't a multicam. I can drag it in, and there it is. It's going to show up right in here. If it turns red, that means you moved your footage and Resolve can't find it. Now, Resolve used to have a bug where it would forget about your power bins, so let me show you how to back those up. If we scroll up to master and right-click on it, you can choose Export Bin, which brings up this window. And I've just created a folder called Power Bins Backups, and I give it a date to keep track of when I did the backup, and I click Save, and it will create a backup for my power bins. Pretty cool, right? Now let's say you don't need these bins anymore. You're not storing this stuff in them. Right-click on any one of these bins and choose Remove Bin. It'll ask you to confirm it, and you click Delete, and then it's gone. So now there's just the demo that I have other stuff from other videos. C'est la vie. Anyway, that's 5 quick editing tips in Davinci Resolve and a couple of bonuses thrown in for good measure. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned it. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, all the YouTuber crap. Actually, just go check out this video here and I'll see you there. It's one of mine. You'll learn more about Resolve. Hope you're having a great day. John out.